I think first, let's contextualize.
You're also a marketer, so you know what brands do.
I do appreciate the need for us to brand appropriately and ideally. It helps promote the country. Tourism has become a critical feature. Airports are a gateway to a country. So it's a very important conversation. But what this unveils is the weakness of our history. And over time, we've not really invested right in making sure our history is properly told. Politics has overwhelmed common sense, and our politicians cannot even agree where the sun rises and where it sets.
Thank you.
I know, and it's sad. I don't think my children today understand.
Please, they always agree on their car loans.
But that was the I don't think my children today understand Ghana's history. I think they even study a bit more of European history and American history than they even do for Ghana's history. I'm just being reminded by some of my senior brothers here about some of the failings of our coup d'etat practices, especially under Rawlings, and how it influenced our study of history. There's a need for us to relook it. We had a chance to relook it and also saw the previous government trying to tweak it just to favor them. Please, history is a reflection and a recall and a proper capturing of our truths. Let's not run away from it and want to just skew it for one party or that. We need to understand our past to shape how we move going to the future. Paul is absolutely right. Nkrumah is a hero. There's no two ways about that. But heroes fail, heroes fall. Heroes sometimes walk to zero by virtue of their inability to manage their heroism at a certain point in time. There's a reason why the British appreciated Churchill for the leadership he showed during the Second World War. But they don't vote him back to be the one to rebuild the country. He was a hero. Did that make him a villain? No. Nkrumah, at some point, let's be honest about it, he missed his plot. We may find justification for it, but the summary of it is that he missed his plot. Lee Kuan Yew, you mentioned, was here. He really lamented Ghana. He saw the prospects of Ghana, and he saw wasted opportunity. Let's be honest about it. Go and read First World to Third World of Lee Kuan Yew, his first book. You know, these are facts. He worked with Kroboduse, and he saw corruption. He saw institutional failure. And he actually feared for the stability of the country's democracy. After visiting Ghana in January, in less than a month or just about a month, Nkrumah was overthrown. If Lee Kuan Yew could come from wherever it was and saw our failings, for a country that was hoping to take inspiration from Ghana and Nigeria at the time, there was honestly a problem. Nobody sitting on this panel, including His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will sign up to the 1960 Constitution. Nobody. Nobody in Ghana today. You just must be a lunatic to sign up to that particular constitution today. So let's contextualize everything. It's not to say Nkrumah has been all bad. He missed his plot at some point, but he brought us and led us into where we are today. And again, he's not the only guy who did that. There are people who contributed. Adete Sowa, Corporal Tipo. These are people who triggered the 1948 riots, all right, that actually led to where we are today. Everybody has contributed, and we must recognize that. What General Ankara and Kotoka did, I don't agree that they were villains. No. Considering the state of our country at that time, the state of the trajectory of our politics, it's not reflective of the dynamism, the plurality of our culture, where everybody in a multi-tribal, multicultural environment should also find its place and space. Nkrumah closed that door for whatever reasons. Again, it's not to say Nkrumah was that bad, but he missed his plot. Those guys came in to help reset as well. They came in, but they also didn't reset appropriately. Because like Paul rightly said, we shouldn't have excluded Nkrumah. We should have corrected the problems in our constitution. We should have corrected the problems with the governors to enforce and ensure the plurality that reflects us as a people. We did that, but suppressed Nkrumah. We corrected one wrong by also doing a bit more wrong. But the democracy we have and the lessons we have built all the way today is a combination of every lessons at every point in time. So Kotoka was not a villain. It helped reset and help restore democracy, because democracy was truly lost. Nobody could debate these things unnecessarily. Again, saying that democracy was lost doesn't mean that Nkrumah ceases to be the great man of our time. No. He's a human being. He missed his plot. So we should settle that matter. Should we rename our airport? Kotokai's presence there was a reminder for all of us, those who understood history, about the need for us to actually continue to defend our democracy. Unfortunate as people may see it, it's not just a Coupist thing. Today, do you know that under our current constitution, if anybody overthrows our government, we are actually mandated by our constitution to counter-coup it. Even if they restore democracy in their own form, we must restore the 1992 constitution, not any other constitution that comes after it.